All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and we are back with old whiny Fani Willis, a woman that cannot stop talking about Donald Trump. That's all she does is talk about Donald Trump day in, day out, wake up, all she think about is Donald Trump, and then she find herself into a scandal. I'm like, come on now. She's been going after Trump all of this time, trying to get this man locked up. Her, Jack Smith, Letitia James, all of these folks are constantly going after Donald Trump. And now we come across this one. This is my first time reacting to Black Conservative Perspective. I know I've been getting a lot of y'all that have been telling me to check out some of his videos. He's a great channel. Love watching them. And I decided to check this one out because he said that the Fani Willis melts down in church crying racism over GOP investigating her getting her cheeks clapped. Wow. Because like I said, it shows been a lot of stuff going on that just came out about this woman going on vacations, expensive vacations, paying this man to go out to Donald Trump, find out that he's been visiting Joe Biden at the White House, I think twice. Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Fani Willis deserves to be locked up like she should have been. She should have been locked up while she's trying to go around and get Donald Trump locked up. But we're going to go ahead and check this out. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Black Conservative Perspective some love. Like I said, I'll leave it in the description. Make sure y'all go check them out. And let's go ahead and dive straight into this. And let's go.
Dear God, I do not want to be like those that attack me. I never want to be a Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has never met me, but has allowed her spirit to be filled with hate. How does this woman, who has the honor of being a leader in my state, how is it that she has not reached out to me? She can tell me, I don't agree with anything you're doing, but I do not agree with people threatening your life or the life of your family. That is conduct that is wrong and intolerable, and as a leader, I shall not stand for it. How did such a woman come to think that it was normal and normalized that another woman was worthy of such cruelty? I would never wish for her to have the experiences of the threats that I received, the derogatory name calling, the being doxxed multiple times.
All right, guys, so we got to do a follow-up video regarding the bombshell story about Trump deranged Fulton County prosecutor Miss Fani Willis, who allegedly got her fanny packed by a special prosecutor that she hired to go after Trump. Apparently, she has been in a relationship with this man, again, getting her fanny packed, getting them cheeks clapped, okay? That's what she was doing. And apparently this guy not only was clapping her cheeks, he also met with the White House in regards to the prosecution of Trump seeking witnesses, okay, for the prosecution. And this has sparked a House investigation into this guy, Nathan Wade, who allegedly, again, was in a secret relationship with Fani Willis. Okay, they're going on vacations and stuff. She is benefiting from the taxpayer dollars that are being paid to a guy she hired to go after Trump. Clear and obvious corruption, okay, that could put the case against former President Trump in danger, okay? And this is extremely important because this is a state case, okay? It's not a federal case, which means that even if Trump becomes president of the United States, that doesn't mean he's going to be able to escape these charges or a conviction, okay? Even though I don't think that there's any way they're actually really going to put Trump in jail if he becomes president of the United States based off state level criminal offenses. I just don't see that happening as president of the United States. But regardless, this one is one of the big ones that the left is banking on to take down Trump, okay? And if the case falls apart because of Fani Willis and her obsession with vitamin D from wherever she can get it, whether that be her own colleagues in the workplace or rappers, allegedly, that'd be mighty unfortunate for them. So that being said, Miss Fani Willis is responding to these allegations of her getting her fanny packed by her colleague by going to a black church and essentially accusing Republicans of racism while crying victimhood over the GOP and the allegations against her, okay? But don't accuse her of pulling a race card, though, because if you accuse her of pulling a race card, no. It's actually you pulling a race card because you, as a Republican, decided to attack her because she's a black woman, and you're only attacking the special prosecutor who is going after Trump that she hired, not because she's sleeping with him, allegedly. No, it's because he's black, according to Fani Willis. Take a look.
But dear God, are you listening? Why does Commissioner Thorne and so many others question my decision in a special counsel? Lord, you're flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect child. I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do. Paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one. I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer. A superstar, I tell you. I hired one white man, brilliant, my friend, and a great lawyer. And I hired one black man, another superstar, a great friend, and a great lawyer.
This is ridiculous.
Oh Lord, they gonna be mad when I call them out on this nonsense. First thing they say, oh, she gonna play the race card now. But no, God, isn't it them who's playing the race card when they only question one? Isn't it them playing the race card when they constantly think, I need someone from some other jurisdiction in some other state to tell me how to do a job I've been doing almost 30 years? Wasn't it them that attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials? The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years, run a private practice more than 20, represented businesses in civil litigation. I ain't done, y'all. Served as a prosecutor, a criminal defense lawyer, special assistant attorney general, won Chief Justice Robert Benham Award from the State Bar of Georgia. You know, they ain't just giving this to black men. How come, God, the same black man I hired was acceptable when a Republican in another county hired him and paid him twice the rate? Come on. Oh, y'all ain't hear me. Come on. In another county, the elected official has the authority to pay him twice the rate. Why is the white male Republican's judgment good enough, but the black female Democrats not?
This right here is ridiculous. This woman literally went to a church and trying to use God to get her point across. She's literally trying to use God to get her point across. God ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, this is just ridiculous. Now she's trying to pull this little race card thing. Like, this is just ridiculous from Fani Willis. This woman goes out her way to go to a church and talk about politics. And then bringing God in, trying to use God to get her point across. And they've been going after Trump all of last year. All of last year, they've been going after Donald Trump. And then soon as she's in the news for all the wrong reasons, now she want to run to a church and try to play victim. And wants to play victim. Oh, why are they getting mad at me because I'm a black woman and I'm this and I'm that? She didn't go on TV. She didn't go to CNN or anything. She literally went to a church, went to a black church. Man, this right here is just crazy. This is crazy. And having a meltdown in church, this is exactly what the title says. It's just a meltdown. Been going after Trump all of last year and still part of this year. And she get caught in a scandal. Now she want to say, well, the last person that hired old Nathan Wade, they paid him twice as I did. What do that have to do with anything? That has nothing to do with it. Let's talk about these vacations you went on. You paying him all this money, $600,000. You paying him to go after Trump. She don't want to talk about that. She going to a church to try to play victim. This is crazy.
Now please hear me. I'm not criticizing his judgment. The people of his county elected him to make that decision. In fact, let me put it on the record. He's someone I respect because he was always willing to hire diversity. He was just looking for quality. I don't care political party. They care about it. My only question is, why is it question me? Lord, now I want to be clear. All three of these special counselors are superstars. But I'm just asking God, is it that some will never see a black man as qualified, no matter his achievements? What more can one achieve? The other two have never been judges, but no one questions their credentials. I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is one of the most shameful things I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, how in the world do you have the unmitigated gall to take to the pulpit of a black church and you sit up here and you play the race card, essentially?
BCP is exactly right. That's exactly what she's doing. She's playing the race card. She's trying to get all the black people to troop up, to rally behind her, to make it seem like white people is going after her. But when yet she's been going after Trump all of last year and still is. And the time she get caught in a scandal, she want to run to a black church and start crying and keep trying to say, well, please, God, why are they doing me like this? God? Like, come on, why is you bringing politics to the church? I just don't get it. You're bringing politics to the church and trying to get everybody to rally behind you to make it seem like somebody is just attacking you because now you front line in the news, you everywhere. Oh my God, dude. This woman is pathetic, man.
Accusing your political opponents of being racist because they're calling out the fact that allegedly you're sleeping with a special prosecutor that you hired to go after your political opponent, in which you are receiving benefits, okay, that are paid on behalf of taxpayers that you otherwise would not be receiving if you were not in a relationship with this guy. Apparently, that is racism, right? It is racism to levy credible allegations that probably are true, okay? Because if you look into the divorce proceedings involving Mr. Nathan Wade, again, she's being subpoenaed for a reason because she probably is a part of the fact that they are getting a divorce, okay? Maybe there was some type of affair going on between, Nathan Wade and Fani Willis that, hey, led to divorce. Who knows? Okay. The documents are sealed, even though it's uncommon for, these types of documents to be sealed up. Again, she's been subpoenaed to testify. Why? Yep. Because allegedly she's involved. Okay. She might be involved.
I almost forgot about that Nathan Wade's ex-wife subpoenaed her to go to court. I almost about forgot. Shout out to BCP for that. I remember that now.
Ruining this man's marriage. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Okay? I personally don't know. That is what is being alleged. So with that being said, again, this is exactly what happens every single time a so-called black liberal gets criticized, right? Or a black Democrat gets criticized. First thing they want to do, well, it's not because of the legitimacy of the allegations. It's because of racism. It's because I'm black and I'm a woman. And they don't want black women like me to save the world. Black women like me, we're not allowed to make mistakes.
All the glory I receive, it's his grace, not a perfect me. We are at a time in history, people. Hear me on this. We are at a time in history when you can no longer sit back and just let other folks do it. You cannot expect black women to be perfect and save the world. The Lord is completing us. We are not perfect. We need your prayers. We need to be allowed to stumble. We need grace. With that kind of support, we will move mountains and do Jesus' will.
AKA, you're not allowed to criticize us, right? You're not allowed to criticize us. Just let us do whatever we want to do because we're black and we're women. And that's it, right? And if you do criticize us, then, again, you must be racist, right? It must be.
That's pretty much what she's saying. That's exactly what she's saying. And it's just funny how she's playing this card of trying to act like she's the victim when yet What's happening to you has been happening to Donald Trump, and you've been on board with that. You've been the one getting this stuff, trying to get these speedy trials going and stuff like that. Now look what happened to you, and you decide to run to a church and start crying.
An act of bigotry. As she completely pretends like Jack Smith is not getting the same type of criticism from the GOP. He's a white male, right? He's getting criticism.
Good point.
People are going after him for what's happening.
Good point, BCP. Good point about that, because they're going after him too. So I guess they still racist because they're going after Jack Smith. They'll let you know right here, Fani Willis is playing the race card. That's exactly what she's doing.
Again, this is all because you're politically prosecuting Trump. It has nothing to do with your skin color. It has nothing to do with your sex. Well, I mean, it does have something to do with sex, right? But not your biological sex. Like, I'm just saying, it's just amazing how she can gaslight these people in church with a straight face and try to pretend like this has anything to do with racism. It has nothing to do with racism whatsoever. Okay, I mean, nobody said anything about the white man hiring Nathan Wade because there were no accusations of the white man getting his cheeks clapped, right? So it doesn't matter how much he was paying Nathan Wade. The assumption is that, hey, there was no improper relationship. But if there was an improper relationship, then yeah, it should be investigated. But you are being accused because there is some evidence to suggest that, hey, you're having an improper relationship in which you are benefiting from taxpayer funds that you otherwise would not be benefiting from. Clear and overt corruption. But what really gets me about her little speech here, her little rant, is the part about Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? And the fact that Fani Willis allegedly is getting threats and things like that, right? She's basically trying to make herself out to be a victim. And she's saying, well, I don't even know Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? But she hasn't even reached out to me to talk to me and to tell me that she doesn't support the alleged threats that I'm getting. And I'm like, okay, well, have you reached out to Marjorie Taylor Greene to tell Marjorie Taylor Greene that you don't agree with the threats that Marjorie Taylor Greene gets? Because just like you, Marjorie Taylor Greene also gets threats, okay?
Good point, BCP. Another good point. See, they let you know she's playing victim. She just one-sided with all of this. That's exactly right. She's one-sided. Now she want to bring in Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't know her. Man, this is just pathetic. Like, this is just a bad look for Fani Willis, running to a church and crying about racism and trying to play victim after all this crap she done did to Donald Trump all of last year. It's like, come on, man. And that's the reason why she's in the news right now, and she's pissed off about it. And when she done had Trump in the news all this time, and they've been talking bad about Trump. Trump be getting threats all the time. Did you call Trump and check on him? No, you did not. Like, come on, man.
Marjorie Taylor Greene also, I think, recently got doxxed, right? Did you reach out to Marjorie Taylor Greene and say, hey, I'm sorry that you got doxxed?
Nope.
Or swatted? You know, I think that's wrong. Did you reach out to her? Right? Because if you reach out to her and you did that for her, then okay, I think you got a point. But I highly doubt that she did that, right? But oh no, Marjorie Taylor Greene is supposed to reach out to her though.
No.
And to extend the hand to her, but she won't do the same. Again, it's amazing how that works. She's criticizing Marjorie Taylor Greene because Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually pushing for the Georgia Republicans to do what they should have did from the beginning, which is to investigate Fani Pack Willis and this corruption. Because she clearly and obviously was corrupt when she first opened up this bogus case against Trump, and Republicans, when they had an opportunity to investigate and to uncover these types of allegations and this corruption, they chose not to because they're weak.
Yep.
So with that being said, again, is it a surprise? No. This is what they do every single time, right? It's the oldest trick in the book. Pull the race card, cry racism.
Yep.
Just in this instance, she basically accuses Republicans of pulling the race card, though. You're pulling the race card because you're saying that the only reason that this guy is a person of interest is because he's black. Not because I'm getting my cheeks clapped by him, right? Not because I'm riding that pipe. Okay, that's not God. It. It's because he's a black man. So you're going after a black man. Again, not because he's, sleeping with me, but because he's black.
It could have been a white man, and they still would have went after him, Fanny. It has nothing to do because of that man being black. It's about what y'all was doing, going on these vacations. You paying him all this money. You're paying him to go after Donald Trump. This man had been to the White House. That's what it's about. It has nothing to do with his skin color. But there she go. That's what I'm saying, trying to pull a race card. Like, we ain't stupid at all.
Again, amazing stuff. The gaslighting is absolutely insane. And it's a shame that she sits up here in a church and spews this type of nonsense. And these people just eat it up, right? Just eat it up, straight up. A political campaign in church. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's amazing. Anyways, to me, this type of stuff signals guilt, right? The walls are closing in. This is panic mode. Let me go run to the black church and cry racism, okay, and pretend like a victim because I'm about to get exposed. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure.
Shout out to BCP. Yep, but that's what she did. She just crying racism, and that what really shocked me. That this woman actually went out her way to go to a black church and talk political. Going in church, talking about politics and crying to God, talking about these folks coming after me. They coming after Nathan Wade because he's black and this and that. Like, this woman is a hypocrite, man. She's a hypocrite, and we all know it. We ain't stupid. But, man, shout out to BCP, man. Like I said, it was my first time reacting to him. If y'all like me to react to more of his video, because he does a great job. Once again, shout out to him. Like I said, if you did make it to the end, I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that, man. Let him know that I sent you. You did a great job this video, because I had no idea about her going to a church or anything like that. So shout out to him. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.